Greetings everyone, my name is Zetterville, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Mega Man Maker. During the last part, I covered 8 viewer-submitted levels, so in this part, I'll be covering at least 4 or 5 more viewer-submitted levels, starting out with this one. Quartzy Orange and Green by Dravich, with 17 plays and a score of 3. As always, if you want whatever levels to be featured in a part like this one, please leave both the level name and level ID either in the comment section below or direct message me on Twitter. Also, as always, a full disclaimer, this entire LP series is linked in the description below. Also in the description are the timestamps for all the levels that cover these parts, so if you want to check if your level is covered, expand the description. No Proto Strike unfortunately. At least we have charge shots, so that's good enough. I see we're introducing these coil platforms first in a safe environment. Also, thankfully Proto Man does not take double damage. Now we're placing these coil platforms in more dangerous environments, aka over bottomless pits. So nice difficulty progression. That's also a safe way of introducing the maces, aka the Techions, so you first see how they work, and then on the next screen we'll have to avoid it. Same with the 2 enemy types we've seen so far, those being the Wall Blaster ones, as well as those enemies that drop from the ceilings, whose names currently escape me. The same holds true with those Gabioles. Also, good checkpoint placement. In fact, it's on the more generous side. There's twice as many checkpoints there would be compared to a traditional Mega Man level, though I'm not complaining. This stage certainly has a lot more obstacles than usual. And this stage could be a lot worse if we had double damage enabled. Now I need to wait for this to respawn here, and then jump on it that way. A little bit more hazardous, but it is doable. I walked right into that one. Still, these are neat usages of the Techions. Definitely some of the more creative ones I've seen so far, ever since they've been introduced. So good work on that front, Dravich. Also, thank you for all the life refills, they're super helpful. Another good checkpoint placement, which I will utilize immediately just to be safe. And here's the final challenge, combined usage of the coil platforms and Techions in a more dangerous environment, that being over bottomless pits, of course. Not to mention the various enemy types. That could have gone really bad, really fast. Like there, for example, I should have waited for that platform to be receding and respawning, then make the jump. Oh well, at least there's a checkpoint before this area, so I'm not complaining much. That was my error. And yet I still failed it because I accidentally got hit by the Tachyon. I know it is doable, I just wish I had a special weapon to make this a bit easier, but then again, this is all doable buster only, so it fits the mold of a traditional level. All the gimmicks are being introduced in safe environments, first in isolation, then combined with other ones to make more difficult challenges. That's how I am supposed to do that. And there's the ending. Just like a traditional level is. This is slightly longer than the usual traditional level of being 20 to 25 screens long, but it's around 30, I'd say. Overall, a pretty good traditional level. At least a 6.5 or 7 out of 10. And this is a neat boss room as well. Okay, it's gonna be one of these battles. At least we can block Crystal Man's shots too if we need it. Only problem is getting back up there, of course. So I'm gonna reset, because once you fall down there, getting up can be a slight issue with all those gabules. So it's best to stay up on top. And there we have it. By using Proto Man's shield blocking abilities as well as reflection, I was able to stay right over here and easily defeat Crystal Man. Once again, I already talked about all the positives of this stage, so I will give it a thumbs up. Second on the lineup is Woodman's New Groove by Panta35 with 13 plays and a score of 1. So this is also going to be at least 30 to 40 screens long. And we have multiple characters to play as. Since I already played as Proto Man, let's play as Mega Man. So a bit of button mashing here. But it is doable. I mean, you can stand right over here and you won't take any damage. So there are obvious safe zones. And there we get access to the Gemini laser. It may be Woodman's weakness, but I'm not sure. Or it may grant access to Woodman's weakness, or make the stage a lot easier. Let's play his base instead. Okay, we have a whole bunch of special weapons that we can unlock with different characters. Apparently you can also just shoot over the Sniper Joe shields by using base and firing diagonally downwards. and as I'm playing as base, I can just bypass these segments entirely. There will come a point though where I suppose there will be some sliding blocks, and there I won't be able to access some secrets, because I can't slide as base. Well, this looks oddly empty. I suppose there would be a checkpoint here. Okay, here it is. I wonder why we had an empty screen over there. I suppose it's so we could fall down over here, and they need to put it there because they need to add more space for the rest of the stage layout. And there's one of the sliding gaps which I can't go through, so I guess we go to the right then. Or just fail completely and fall into the pit. I'm gonna try one more time, and then fall all the way down. Yeah, I'm not gonna try again. I probably need another utility in order to access it. That, or I'm terrible with double jumping. This is one of those locations where I'm thankful that base doesn't just move around when we're shooting. Whenever we're shooting his base, he'll stand still so you can easily aim that way. Another good checkpoint placement, a bit closer than the first one was to the beginning of the stage. And we're out again. Oh, I guess these are some of the weapons we would gain access to if I was playing as Mega Man or Proto Man. That, or if I made the jump properly over there. I was expecting there to be one enemy over here, but I guess not. Well, we do have a split pathway over here, so let's take the base pathway. And darn, I don't have access to the crash bomber, so no leaf shield. So I see that me missing earlier special weapons has a cascade effect. Well, at least the stage has pretty good replayability, what with having separate routes for Mega Man and base, as well as separate weapons that you can unlock. But I guess this is the end of the stage. A pretty decent level, though I kind of liked the previous stage more than this one. This one felt a bit on the empty side. Nonetheless, this has better replayability. I just hope I have his weakness. Probably not, though. Nope. Gonna have to rely on the base buster then. So that was the end of Woodman's New Groove. A pretty par to somewhat above par stage. This stage didn't really click with me, but I do like the replayability factor and how you can unlock new special weapons depending on which character you play as, unique ones. So I suppose I'll give it a tentative thumbs up. Third on the lineup is Slice Man Definitive Version by Jimmy Juicer, with 18 plays and a score of 8. This is by the same designer of Outlet Man, which was a pretty decent traditional level, so let's see how this one compares. Oh, and there's something to the left here. Let's play as Proto Man instead. After all, we have Mega Man 3 physics, so if I had the ability to do charge shots, I may decide to play as Mega Man instead. So we're quickly introduced to the Gyries and Picado 24s. At least we don't take double damage from enemies. And we're also introduced to the ring platforms, the ones that recede from left to right, as well as the Gyri spawners. I get the feeling that the magnet missile as well as air shooter are going to be really important in later parts of the level. Unfortunately, the gyries lure in the magnet missiles as well, so it does reduce their effectiveness when they're on screen. At least the Picados here are on a consistent timer. I'm a bit worried of how much damage these gyries do. A lot, as you see over there. Thank goodness there's a checkpoint over here. Checkpoint placement on the stage is a bit more on the generous side, but I don't mind it, especially considering how heavily featured gyries are on this stage and how much damage they do to the character. This stage certainly lives up to its name as being Slice Man. And now we have the introduction of gyro platforms and Puka Pellies. I won't go for that M-Tank. I'd rather not risk it. The other reason why I'm playing as Proto Man is because I never faced Ring Man with Proto Man before. That was really scary. I'm lucky I didn't die over there. Huh, strange. There looks to be something suspicious to the right, but I can't reach it. I don't have rush coil or base after all. Thank you for the checkpoint, I'll gladly utilize it. And unlike the last disastrous encounter against Ringman with Mega Man, I suppose I have his weakness here. Oh goody, there's more gyres below too. And of course this magnet missile. It's not too bad though. That was fast. The main danger to this boss fight is the fact that the gyres can just tree-shot you. Yikes, they're a lot more powerful than what I expect them to be. They're a lot more dangerous compared to, for example, Magmal 2. I will give it a thumbs up, though I'd say I liked Outlet Man's stage more. Fourth on the lineup is Search Slasher Escort by ShallotMussels, with 32 plays and a score of 11. Okay, we only have access to the Search Snake and Ice Slasher, so a special weapons oriented level. And judging by the name, we need to escort this Sniper Joe to the end for some reason, otherwise we will not be able to progress onwards. And our only tools for doing so are the aforementioned Search Snake and Ice Slasher. Need to be a bit careful there so we don't despawn or destroy the second ice block there. We also gotta be a bit careful not to despawn the Sniper Joe, or let it go off screen. Okay, that's why we need the Sniper Joe, to damage boost through those spikes. I see. I know I can do it if I time it correctly. Like that. So far, so good. Now, this last one, I guess. And I will despawn his Sniper Joe. Thankfully, I can go back to left and respawn it. And there's a checkpoint for every segment, so even if you make a mistake, you aren't sent back too far. That's a novel way of preventing players from going too fast onwards, or rather, that's a novel way of gating players' progression. And now I can utilize this yellow force beam to damage boost upwards. That was a bit of a close one there. Now I need to use the Sniper Joe shots to get up here. And now I need to respawn the Sniper Joe to get up there. I respawned the junk blocks, so I need to fall off this ladder, I guess. Now I can pass harmlessly through the red force beam there. And damage boost through here, and thank you for the checkpoint and full life refill. Really appreciate it, Charlotte. It's a very interesting puzzle level overall. And it's gonna gradually get even harder. Oh yeah, I forgot. The gyro platforms can crush enemies to death, so I have that worry as well. Well, I made it. Okay, it takes me over here, good. One more block is all I need. And damage boost through this bed of spikes. And we're at the end of the stage. We only have 3 of these sections. which is kind of sad. I was hoping for a 4th or a 5th one, but overall this was a pretty good stage. Nice difficulty curve overall. And so now's the end of this level. A very neat special weapons oriented puzzle level. And I liked how we had the damage boost using the Sniper Joe in order to gate progress forwards. Very creative, and this is definitely my honorable mention of the part overall. Or rather, my co-favorite level of them all. 5th level on the lineup is the Robotic Tournament Round 1 by Endermanchamp, with 13 plays and a score of 1. I think I remember playing Round 1 in the past before, but this is an upgraded version. So only Mega Buster and Rush Coil for now. Probably want a damage boost off of there. I could also use Rush Coil, but I'd rather not risk it. And of course there was actually a Yokel block over there, silly me. So judging by the title, this is going to be a series of enemy-based challenges mainly. Yeah, I'm not risking it over there. But I will gladly take that E-Tank over there. Thank you for the checkpoint, which I will utilize immediately because I realize I have half health. Well, at least it dies to about 3 full charge shots. Oh goody, one of these challenges. That was a bit of a risky jump there. I'm not sure if I would made it. Yeah, I'm just damage boosting through this one. It's just too random. Plus I know there'd be a checkpoint over here, judging by this creator's design decisions. Yikes, that could have been a bit scary if we had just jumped off there. And I spy an E-Tank over there. Let's go for it. Darn, missed a jump, but it wasn't too much of a loss anyway. I'm sure, let's try fighting the boss as Proto Man instead. Or complete the rest of the stage, I mean. Oh, that's how you get that E-Tank. Silly me. This stage is rather generous on the E-Tank placement. I'll give it that. There's a lot of Yoku Block challenges though, and a few too many leaps of fate if you were to ask me. And now we have a whole bunch of platforming challenges. And this is definitely a fortress level because you need to know how those platforms already work if you want to survive this. The stage already assumes you do. Anyways, let's complete this level. Time to fight Ringman. Yeah, I always have problems with Ringman, even back in Mega Man 4. This is one of those locations where I really wish I had Proto Man instead. And sadly, I do not have a weakness affiliation strength. But that's the end of this level. This went a lot better than the last disastrous fight against Ringman playing as Mega Man without having his weakness properly. But honestly, it was kind of a bleh stage. So 6th and final level of the part is Napalm Man's Charge Kick Training by Buster with 28 plays and a score of 4. Just like the previous Charge Kick Training stage by Buster, I'll be silent throughout the entirety of this level. You know, I was expecting this stage to go for at least twice to 3 times as long, but then it ended there. With all the cuts I'm thinking of adding, the footage will be at least around 3 minutes to you viewers, but to me it took around 6 to 7 minutes to complete, especially due to that spinning top segment, which I didn't realize until the end of how to do the charge kick air jump to make it across. It isn't really clear of how you're immediately supposed to do the charge kick as you get onto it, so you get a speed boost there. But other than that quibble, I somewhat enjoyed this level, though I'd only recommend it to more advanced Mega Man players. At least it doesn't go to the Kaizo levels, and in some ways this is a bit easier than the original charge kick training stage, so I suppose I will give it a thumbs up. So overall, out of the 6 levels I played in this part, my 2 favorite levels would be Quartzy Orange and Green by Bradley Hodge aka Dravich, as well as Search Slasher Escort by ShallotMussels. Well then, in the next part, I'll be covering several more viewer submitted levels. Well then, thanks for watching and have a nice day. Toodles!